What is up? Welcome back to Otaku. We're talking My Hero Academia, Chapter 304, titled Midoriya Izuku and Yagi Toshinori, which was a intense lore dump of a chapter, but I loved it. I fucking loved it.
Dude, very much so. I knew this is where it was going. I'm so excited that we get to see the other users and everything.
Dude, when they show the page where they're all sitting in the chairs, I was like, yes, yes.
I don't know why I was like, oh, this is very reminiscent of like Yami Yugi when they're both in like in his in his mind, I guess.
I haven't really been the biggest kind of fan when he's gone in to talk to like the previous users
I've always liked
in the past, but this one where it's just a fat reveal and everybody's there, I was like, oh, sick, absolutely sick.
Right? It's super dope. I mean, right away we see the guy who I forget his name, but he's the one who showed him how to use the black ropes.
Yeah, the black whips. Yep.
The black whips. Yeah, that was super sick.
And they basically dropped that it's like I can summarize this chapter so quickly. It's a lot of like we're gonna be really dramatic about it, but basically, All For One destroys bodies, and if you're someone with a quirk, you're not gonna live very long. So because you're someone that has a quirk, or that didn't have a quirk, you will actually be fine. But I guess with each generation, which makes total sense, the numbers of quirkless people get less and less and less. So he's probably gonna be the last one.
But I do like how they say, what was his name? The user who basically he walks up to Deku and he's just like, "Hey, you can talk, but I'm gonna do all the talking right now." And he basically tells him, "I ended up dying of old age at 40."
Yeah.
And I was like, "What?"
So I was like self-embarrassed reading it off of that because I like they show everybody sitting at the the round table. I'm just gonna call it, and I'm like looking at it, I'm like, oh, cool. And then I see a guy covered in fire sitting on the chair. And I'm like, oh, is Deku gonna get fire powers? And it's like, no, that's fucking All Might. It's like that's fucking All Might. I didn't get that at all. I was just like, I saw it, I was like, oh, sick.
I saw that hair and I was like, Toshinori, dude, that's his hair.
No, I didn't get it until they literally were like, yeah, we don't know why Toshinori's like consciousness is here, and they point to him like, oh, I get it. It's like,
but it's super cool. Like we see, I mean, there's like, let me go back to that round table sitting. There's like a couple of people. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people sitting, and 2 facing the wall.
Yes.
And I was like, and everybody's saying there's one guy that looks like Bakugo.
And there's interesting theory. I don't know how much weight that really particularly holds, but because I think the movie is technically canon, so it's a possibility.
This was the last of his canon movies, and everything going forward now is non-canon.
But I think the thing that would so obviously if it was canon, like Bakugo should kind of be there, like in the same way that All Might's consciousness is there. But like because it's a full person, Bakugo would have had to have died, which is just not the case.
Yeah, but wouldn't it be super cool if Deku all of a sudden has the explosion quirk?
I mean, that would be pretty badass. Bakugo would be pissed.
He'd be pissed. Yeah, he'd be like, "You're stealing my thunder."
But it's like, yeah, he really should be there. But I'm so interested now that's like we basically get to see what everybody looks like. And it's like, I wonder what that person does. I wonder what that person does.
Because we get hyper awareness from the guy who died at 40. We have the black whips. And we have Nana Shimura, right?
Which I like the hyper awareness guy so much, where he was just like, yeah, listen, like I knew I wasn't strong enough. So I spent all my time basically hiding and training to pass it on. And I was like,
smart.
What a baller.
Cool. I was like, ooh, he had to take one for the team.
Yeah, he's baller, but it's like they're trying to make kind of this big deal, which I think is kind of dumb. Where they're like, oh, Deku, you may very well be the last one for all. It's like you can find somebody else that doesn't have a quirk. Like it's not gonna go away in one generation. Like that's not how it works.
I can see where you're coming from that, but it's just like it would be very time consuming to find someone else.
No way.
Well, right now, what is it? 80% of the world's population has powers, and there's only 20 that doesn't.
Yeah, you're not gonna race the 20% in one generation. Like Deku's generation isn't gonna get rid of all of the quirkless people.
I mean, they're probably just betting everything on Deku because main character.
Well, that's a big bet when you can know for a fact it'll pass on again. Like that's crazy. The only thing that I know they kind of also mentioned too is like the power does keep growing. So potentially, the power could become just like too much no matter what,
Yeah, I see where that's like a huge problem because I think they do mention that it's like the whole overfilling thing again.
Yeah, and I can see the explanation why, but I do think like there's some more people, but I get that Deku's our main character, so it's like, oh, he's the last one, which really sets up a lot of shit because like, oh, if they think Deku's gonna be the last one, like they gotta do it all. Like they gotta like he's gotta
Yeah.
go ham.
I mean, remember he was supposed to have all the quirks all at once.
Mm-hmm.
They mentioned he willed the power of awareness.
Yeah. I mean, next fight he could just will them all. Just fucking take all of them out. Why not?
That would be really dope.
Just get into the really shitty part, like an Avatar, you know, where he's like in the little rock bubble, getting attacked, and just will all the powers out.
He goes into the Avatar state.
Yes, exactly, and he just wins, and And then, of course, you know, the other big thing that happens at the end, where is Nana is her name, I think.
I just call her Nana, or
yeah,
I think it's pronounced Nana.
Where she asked him to kill Shigaraki finally. So I don't know how that's gonna go because
I was like, you know, Deku won't do it. I know he won't do it.
So if you had to bet money, Jose, you're betting all the money you have ever, okay? Will Shigaraki be alive at the end of this series?
That's hard. I don't think he'll be alive, but I don't think Deku will kill him.
Okay, so he will die doing something else, but Deku will not be the one to do it.
I think he's gonna do the redemption thing. Like he's gonna end up, because he wants to be himself more than anything. And remember, the last thing we saw was Deku's like, I heard him cry for help kind of thing.
So you're not thinking he's gonna go like a Vegeta route where he can like hang around and like do redemption that way. He's just gonna maybe give his life.
I think that's what's gonna happen. Like, you know, he's a cool character. I like Shigaraki as he is himself, but I don't see him surviving the whole thing.
Yeah, I think if they were gonna go with a like he survives and becomes maybe like a side character to become stronger, I think they would have set him up more. Like they would have given him more of a setup or like a relationship with Deku. But he doesn't really have one aside from Deku seeing like, oh, he's kind of being controlled as well. Like he's kind of a good guy just in a shit situation.
I feel like if it comes down to Deku, like possibly doing the killing blow, but not necessarily killing him instantly, would be because Shigaraki gets possessed by All For One, and then him holding him back and be like, you have to do this, like a Piccolo thing.
Yeah. And, you know, like, Shigaraki can't really, like, I don't know. I can't picture him as a hero with his quirk. Like, yeah, I could just literally kill things. That's my quirk. Hey, guys.
Yeah, even with his quirk awakened, it's totally different.
Yeah. So it's like, wait, what can you do? I root for the guy. You know, I hope he gets some sort of a redemption.
I like him.
But
I'm excited to see the Dobby stuff. I want to see like Spinner and everybody else. I mean, Stain's out.
Yeah, big gang.
There's just so much they can do right now.
Yeah, so it looks like for the next chapter, we're going to continue with the, you know, subconscious meeting, which I'm just all for. Like, let me get more people talking. Like, fucking have them all join in. Give it to me. I'll just take all of it. It's like a feast.
It's pretty dope. I mean, we got a cool picture of young Toshinori too. Like, probably his third year at UA.
Yeah.
Or I mean, he's a lot bigger than Deku in general.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like, yeah.
But I mean, anything goes, really. It's like, and I think we're just gonna start like snowballing really quick. I feel like we're coming closer and closer to the kind of the big battle with all the villains being released and basically everything being on the line. And you know, I think we're going to that spot. So I think it's just gonna get even more crazy. All right. Well, I think we discussed it all. Fantastic chapter, lots of lore, cool stuff happening. If you believe, I have a question, and I wonder if anybody watching is one of those people. If you believe that one of the people we saw in the vision is Bakugo, I would love to know why. Because I only just saw people talking about it when the chapter came out, and I find that hard to believe. But you know, who knows? Let us know in the comments down below.
My only theory is because you know they see the back of his head and it's very spiky like that.
He would look like All Might. It doesn't make it can't.
I agree with you, but you know I don't know what's going on.
All right, well, thanks for watching. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe on the video. We'll be doing these every week when a new chapter drops, so be sure to check back then. If you have any questions or any theories, I love hearing them all, so put it down in the comments as well, and we'll see you guys next time.